Hey, what up? What up? It's Against All Live Sports Radio Show. We're gonna be live in a few seconds, but first and foremost, I'd like to thank everybody. Matter of fact, let me wait for Bruce because he's about to come on here in a second, and then we can thank everybody for their contributions. All right.
All right.
So we want
That's
to
what
welcome
I
we want to welcome everybody to we want to welcome everybody to Against All Live Sports Radio Show. I'm Trevon the Legacy.
Bruce B. Smooth Ballard.
All right. Well, let's get straight to it. Talk about the Cavs. You got a lot of background noise. What's going on over there? Like something blowing.
That's the car.
Oh, okay. All
That's
right.
the
So we're gonna talk about the Cavs. So the Cavs, I think they play the Jazz tonight.
it's a Jazz.
Yeah, I think they play the Jazz tonight, if I ain't mistaken.
First trip of the West Coast.
No, the West Coast trip don't start till after Christmas.
Well, so they only got 3 games after the Jazz.
No, they got 4 games.
They got 4 games, so it's
That's when it
including.
starts after the Jazz. We at home against the Jazz. It starts after the Jazz.
Oh, that's right, because of Dallas. Well, Dallas is on this trip too.
That's This is not the trip, Bruce. We at home right now.
Oh,
Yeah. We
so
start
it's
the
a
trip.
home game.
Yes,
Oh,
this is a home game.
okay.
We start the trip after the day.
Okay. That's the one to start with Dallas. Okay.
Yeah. Yep. We start the trip after the day.
No, it should be Utah.
Oh yeah. Without a doubt. Without a
Yeah.
doubt. So um only thing that I missed from Utah was marketing. But outside of that, I think we should win the game. Should be a successful win. I believe. I don't see why we wouldn't win this game.
Nah, there's nobody really in Utah to challenge us. If the Cavaliers, well as they're playing, there's nobody in Utah to challenge. Only
Exactly.
if they come out flat, not playing. But there's no reason for that.
Right. So what you got a prediction for? You think a blowout? Keep it close? What you think?
What the last time they won by like 20? I'm gonna say 20-point win again.
20-point win.
Yeah.
I mean, it's doable. I could see it possibly happen. I'm gonna say we'll probably win by no less than 14 points.
No less than 14.
Yeah,
Okay,
no
so
less than 14 points. Definitely a victory.
14. I got 20. All right.
So we around the same. We know
Yeah,
it's a
man.
double digit hit. Double digit hit. But before we go any further, y'all, I want to say one thing. We didn't introduce it in the beginning of the show. We'd like to thank everyone who participated in the Uncle Freddy's toy drive and children's book signing. The toy drive was a success. We collected over $700 worth of toys, and they were all donated to the Salvation Army homeless shelter downtown Cleveland. We'd like to thank everyone for their effort, for sharing, for whatever y'all, whatever you have done to help make the event better. We'd like to thank everybody. We'd like to thank James Dobra for coming down, Dominique, my daughter, Dominique Williams. And then also, we'd like to thank David Walker, film director, filmmaker. We'd like to thank him and his family for coming out as well. My wife, Bruce, and we missing somebody?
Uh,
Then that was it.
What's your dude?
I already said James already.
No,
Yeah.
not James. The other one.
Oh.
Dang.
Oh, you talking about my cousin who bought the box of wonderful
Well,
toys?
yeah, him too, and then
Shout out to Whoville Money Gang.
oh,
My
that was it. That was it. That
Vinci.
was it. Yeah,
Yeah,
that was it.
Vinci. Yes.
Yeah,
Check out Vinci. You know what I'm saying? Whoville Money Gang. Always
yeah,
represent
that
doing.
was it.
They came down, dropped them toys down, man. We definitely appreciate that from the heart, and
Yeah.
appreciate that too.
Lots
So,
of toys. Yeah, that was it. That was it.
but yeah,
Yeah.
let's get back. Yeah, definitely. Let's get back to West Black said the Cavs would not start for another 25 minutes because of a clock problem. Wow.
Oh, we don't have extra clocks.
So they are on a delay.
Don't have extra clocks on hand. They got one. That whole big complex, all the billions of dollars, they got one clock.
All that money, you got one clock.
Where either they got to grab the clock and then reinstall it.
That's
But
wild.
why? Well, you know what? Why did you not test the clock before round shoot around?
I thought they supposed to use like a stopwatch or something in the meantime until they get a clock or something like that.
That might be kind of hard. Huh?
You say what?
That might be kind of hard because you can make a mistake and hit that wrong thing on the stopwatch.
Maybe that's the shot clock I'm thinking of.
Yeah, miss shot clock.
They're supposed to use the stopwatch or something like that, or count down with their hands.
Back in the day, but not.
Well, hey man, you better get some technology. They got all these computers. You got all these iPads. I'm sure they got a timer on there or something.
I'm sure. But they had to probably just come up here and get the rolling. It might have been deep in storage. You ever go out of there deep in storage and pull out the rolling clock.
Yeah.
Or you got to take it out and install it in the system. But anyway, more time to warm up.
There you go. Later game, I guess. Guess you'll be on Central Time this time.
Yeah, you'd be on Central Time like Chicago,
Right.
Milwaukee.
All right. Let's go to Ohio State. Buckeyes, big win against Tennessee.
Buck down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
called it.
I knew
You
it was going
called
to be a beating. I just didn't trust Tennessee. I didn't feel like it was any kind of way they was going to win. I just knew Ohio State was going to win that game. All the home teams won anyway, so.
They came out thirsty and smacked them in the mouth early. And smacked them so hard, their quarterback nearly had to go out the game. And they were really done at that point, but he kept playing. But, look, it was like the SEC got their butts kicked this year. So it wasn't like we needed to really fear the SEC.
Right. And you know what? The biggest challenge is coming up for us, and we already know what it is. And this would definitely help us out with, I guess, with the Michigan,
Michigan debacle.
I guess the Michigan losses. If we could win the national title, that could kind of just offset that. Because you won the big boy.
We had the serious 12-man last game, the code. I don't care what you say. If you never hardly played football in that code, it took the man out you. Because you could see them guys out there, once it got cold, they weren't moving as fast. Their mind, that code will slow your body down, will slow your muscles down.
Slow your mind down.
And slow your mind down. That's right.
Now you ain't ready for it.
You start thinking about the code, and now he done ran right by you, or you done blown the coverage. Yeah, your finger, and then the finger get to your fingers, and it's just bad news. Get your joints, yeah, and you play in the Midwest, you know what to expect. You dress for it. They had no idea how to dress. They didn't know what to expect. Some of them ain't never seen that much cold before. That's
Right.
why. That's why all the time the SEC and ACC always avoided playing the Big Ten in the cold weather.
Yeah. Well, we got a bigger fish to fry, and it's Oregon. So we'll
Yep.
see.
And it's on their type of turf. The weather's not going to be cold. We're going to have to deal with that Oregon speed.
Yeah, we're gonna see. I believe we lost just off a technicality play, and we could have still possibly won that game.
Well, we lost. We lost today's non-aggressive attitude on that game, and then Will Howard hadn't been in a big game before, even though he played at Kansas State. He never been in a big game like that at Kansas State.
Right.
You know, Kansas State was okay program, but Kansas State hadn't been in a big game, and who knows how long. But so
Yeah.
Will Howard didn't know how to handle that situation. As we see, he handled it much better this week.
Yeah.
No turnover, was it?
Nah.
Nope, no turnover.
Nope. Well, you got to look at it like this. Ohio State has to bounce back from, like I said, the loss that they shouldn't have took. So it
The
was
team up
cool.
north. Yeah.
And the Oregon lost. So this is your time to get revenge on both.
Well, we know
Your revenge would be Oregon and then win the national title. That would be your ultimate revenge.
we knew as long as they played Oregon tight and lost, they still were going to have a chance. But they had to play perfect to beat Oregon, and they're going to have to do it this week. If you got to play mistake-free, complimentary football, and the coaches, not only the players got to be on it, the coaches got to be on it and putting them in position with good plays and not playing conservative, because we know that Oregon coach, there ain't no tomorrow for anybody, and he's gonna put it all on the line to beat Ohio State to get to the next level.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. So I believe, like I said, once we win this game, it'll take away from the Michigan loss, and then also it'll take away the Oregon loss. So you win this game, then you win the championship. You should be able to, offset both losses.
Well, yes, but you win this one, you got to play Texas.
That's all right. Bring them.
If Texas gets by Arizona State, that ain't gonna be easy.
Hey, it don't matter. We got to go through whoever to get to it. That's all that matters.
Yeah. So, first you got to win this one.
I mean, we got to. Truthfully, we got a fighter's chance to win it because we almost won it last time. So we
Yeah.
So what's your prediction for this Ohio State game? What do you have for this Ohio State game? Ohio State versus Oregon. What's your prediction?
I got Oregon. I don't think Ryan Day is going to outsmart this coach.
You got Ryan Day.
I think we got the horses, but right now they got the swag and they got the coach. That's the difference. They got the coach.
So you don't think we're gonna win this one, huh?
No, I don't think Day is going to outcoach this coach. I think Day's going to tighten up, and because this coach has already shown it. It's win or go home, and he intends on winning it. And he knows Day's timid, and he's going to use that against Day. He's not afraid to lose.
I'm gonna go against the grain on this one. I'm gonna go with Ohio State winning this one, just for the simple fact the players want to win it more than the coach. And I seen the way they played the last game. They was in tune. I don't think they was playing for Day, perhaps. I think they was playing for themselves because they felt embarrassed from that last loss against Michigan, and they felt embarrassed. So I'm gonna go with Ohio State on this one. I'm gonna go ahead and go against the grain. I got Ohio State winning. I'm gonna go with 6 points. I'm gonna go ahead Ohio State 6 points. I said it. That's right.
Well, if this was Tressel or what was the former coach?
Urban.
Urban Meyer. I would say yeah. But with
Hey, look, trust me. Listen.
Nope.
I'm going out against the grain. I'm going out on the limb. So I'm gonna go with the Ohio State Buckeye players. I ain't talking about the coach. I think the players really want to win this one. I think they got embarrassed and they felt like they don't want to never feel embarrassed again. So they go out and put that tenacity, that same energy, that same output, the preparation. They're gonna win this game.
Okay.
By 6 points.
Okay.
By 6 points. Now, if they lose, okay, they just lose. But like I said, I believe the players are going to play for themselves. They gonna put they fight into it, and they gonna fight for this win. They gonna fight because I mean you got embarrassed, man. You know what I'm saying? That embarrassment hurt me. Just knowing how sometimes how you feel embarrassed that something happened to you, you feel embarrassed. You don't want it to happen no more. You will get your best shot the next time. Your second opportunity, you don't get so many opportunities, man. So when you get that next opportunity, you got to play with all your heart. You got to lay your body on the line for this one.
Yeah.
Even though it ain't the championship game, you still got to put your body on the line for this one.
That's good. You got good coaches.
We don't have good coaches.
No. So I think that's what's going to trip them up.
I hope not, but I hope the players just play their hearts out and win it. So I can see from your angle, I get exactly what you're saying because I wanted to go that way too, but I'm gonna go the opposite way and say
I wanted to go. I'm gonna root for Buckeyes all the way, but the only problem is got the wrong coach on the bench. But
I mean, I understand what you're saying.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
Oregon go win. That's a good prediction.
Yeah. We'll see if the players can overcome their coach.
Yeah, we got to see.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's move on. We got the Browns.
Yeah.
Let's talk about something real quick before we go to the Browns. Wes Black said, should the Browns bring in Kirk Cousins? Yes or no? That's the first question. Second question, should the Browns trade Myles Garrett? So let me answer your first question real quick for you, Wes Black. The Browns could bring in Kirk Cousins as an experiment next season just to have competition for the quarterback position. That's it. I don't think Kirk Cousins would do it, but if he's smart, he would. Second question, should the Browns trade Myles Garrett? It all depends. What are you getting back for Myles? I don't want to trade Myles Garrett, but he's on the tail end of his career. And if you get 2 first-round draft picks and some other pieces, why not? But if you can't get that, stick with him. I would keep Myles Garrett. He's a generational talent. What do you think, Bruce? Both questions.
We'll start with Myles. I would keep Myles because he's a generational talent. We can build off this defense. We got the pieces to build off of this defense. It's the offense that we got to build around. Kirk Cousins is not the answer.
Yeah, we know that.
They gotta bring in a quarterback in here. The fans are screaming for a quarterback. You need the quarterback. They're saying, well, this is not a great quarterback draft, but there's some decent quarterbacks in this draft that can throw the rock and make plays. So I think you gotta take him. Drew Owlers from Penn State is more than capable of coming in here. He's got the size of like Roethlisberger. He's got a good strong arm. He can make plays with his feet, and he's from this area, so he can play in this weather. And he will love playing here. So this is your chance to get a Bernie type of Kosar, an athletic Kosar. I mean, the kid is almost similar to a Josh Allen, except he's got a better arm. Josh
Good
Allen,
arm.
nobody knew anything really about Josh Allen except he had a good arm.
Man, I've been saying about Josh Allen, man.
Huh?
That's what I said. The Browns should have got him first pick. I've been saying that.
Well,
Man.
they were supposed to, because it was like, well, they weren't going to go get Darnold and they weren't going to get Josh Rosen, and they definitely weren't going to get Lamar because Lamar, he wasn't the top passer, and next was Josh Allen, and they went on here and got the least one we thought, because it was like, and the Browns picked Baker Mayfield. Everybody's like, oh, what?
Right. They swung for the fences and didn't even hit nothing.
Yeah, it was on. It's not that we knew it was not that Baker Mayfield wasn't a good quarterback and throw the rock. He just wasn't built for this area and this division.
No.
He just didn't have the size and
it was just he don't have the right coaching.
And right coaching. And yeah, I mean,
he had the right coaching.
His ball got battered down and he didn't have the pieces. He's got all the pieces he needs. He's in the right spot because he couldn't do it in Charlotte and then do it with his head. He just didn't have the right pieces. But Drew Allers, that boy is the quarterback. He's a pure D quarterback. He doesn't need the right pieces because he can make every throw. He's got the size and he can make plays. Next, you were talking about Quinn Ewers. Ewers is suspect, but he's got the arm. It's whether he can make the plays with his feet. Then you got Beck. He's injury prone. So you end up doing like you did with Matt Leinart, bringing Matt Leinart, and the same thing you did with the quarterback we got from Texas a couple years ago. He was injured in the bowl game, and we drafted him after that. Not a good thing there. And next would be Dart. Well, we haven't seen Dart hardly at all since he faded off. Right. So you're not going to get Shador, and you're not going to get kid from Alabama, Milrose. They're not going to be there. Mm-hmm. So and then Milrose and Cam Ward. Ward played in Washington, so he can play in the cold, but he ain't going to be there anyway. We don't know about Milrose. But if they're smart, they would definitely need to get Drew Allers and go for that.
Yeah. I agree. I would like to keep Miles, but like I said, for the right price, anybody can go. For the right price. And I ain't saying get rid of Miles. I'm saying for the right price, anybody can go.
Miles is coming up on year 9.
Yeah, if you can get multiple pieces, I'm talking about like top tier.
Yeah.
And then first off, let's start it from here. This is what you have to do. You have to make sure you got a good coach and a good GM before you trade Miles away.
That's right. You end up getting good picks, and then you go ahead and get the wrong players. No.
Yeah, you can't do that.
We haven't seen that before. We go out here and get instead of the top linebacker in the draft, we go get the number 3 or 4 linebacker who's 235 at 6'4" and got slim body. And first game of preseason, I think first game of the year, he got bad ribs and was done. And we never saw him do anything the rest of the year. And then that one time we got the big lineman from Baylor down in the 22nd pick. He wasn't even one of the top linemen, but we got him. He never did anything. And then, of course,
you talking about Tim Taylor?
Taylor. And then, of course, we went out here we could have got a much better lineman. We went and got the 4th, 5th best lineman that was available in Judge Wills.
Yeah.
And that's Barry, under Barry though, but yeah.
And you drafted them to play a different position.
Yeah.
You should have got you a pure left tackle. There was a lot of left tackles that was
there. Were a lot of guys. Yeah, I think Beckett was in that. Big Beck for was in that one. We passed on him. We passed on a lot of good linemen that were that.
You're right.
That was available. So yeah,
you passed on a lot.
Yeah. So then next year, in the second round, get you receiver. I mean, these guys are catching the balls left and right. So you get your good guy can take off the top 2 to go with Judy and can catch. Your second round. Or get your lineman in the second round and then get your receiver in the third round. Your receiver's going to be there.
Right now, so do you consider Judy a number 1, or what do you consider Judy?
He's my number 2.
Okay.
I don't think he's got the body to be number one.
But they trying to make him like a number one because they don't want to draft no receiver.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
I know. I don't know if you noticed that, but they doing their best to say, well, you know, we ain't trying to really draft no receivers.
Yeah, I don't think Judy's got the body to be the number one receiver. But being number two, he wouldn't be getting the double teams.
He's almost built like CeeDee Lamb. They almost kind of built the same.
CeeDee, I think, is maybe a little bit bigger.
But he's not too big.
No. CeeDee is at least 200, I think.
You think so?
I think so.
He got a small frame.
I mean, he's not built like a Chase. Chase is 6 feet, but he's strong built.
Yeah. Chase is built.
Yeah. Like Malik and we're gonna see this week. He's short, but he's stocky.
Tyreek Hill.
Tyreek Hill. Yeah, Tyreek Hill's short.
I'm like, who's Malik?
Malik. Tyreek Hill is short, but he's stocky.
Yeah.
You know, he's 5'11", strong body as a receiver.
He's the top tier receiver.
Yeah.
He didn't have the year that he's supposed to because Tua was injured.
He was injured, yeah.
So yeah, he definitely could have had a great year. Last season, remember he had almost 200 yards receiving.
Well, I think him and Jayden Waddle.
2,000 yards receiving.
Jayden Waddle. Yeah.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah. So we need to really see what Thrash can do, what Woods can do. Thrash has got a little bit more speed. Woods is more possession receiver. We know what Njoku can do.
Yeah.
We gotta see more, but what's the name? Moore is small. Elijah Moore is small. He's small body, 175. He's a small body.
Yeah, definitely a small body. Yeah, we'll see. So my question for you is, if a team offered you 2 first-round picks this year coming up, right, and a second-round pick next year, and the 3rd round the following year for Myles Garrett, would you do it?
All 4 of those picks?
Yep.
And if I'm trying to rebuild, totally, yeah. But if we're just going to rebuild the offense, no.
The thing about the rebuild is it's hard because you don't want to rebuild. You want to reboot. If you could reboot, that'd be great. Just it's hard because you don't have that many great offensive pieces. You just got your tackle, your center, and that's it. I mean, your guards and your center. Your tackles is mediocre. So you have to figure out what you're gonna do with the tackles. You could get you a good right tackle. You could draft you a left tackle, and the running back position is kind of hard too because, truthfully, I hate to say this. Truthfully, I don't think Nick Chubb injured his foot for real. I just think they're shutting him down. Because when you go back and watch the play, and the play after that, it just didn't see no indication of him being hurt. But I get it. He might have hurt his foot. He might have broke a toe. That's just part of his foot, right?
Yeah. Well,
there you go.
I don't know. We didn't see no indication. But this backfield is nothing like the backfield when we had Chubb, Johnson. Chubb,
Kareem.
Kareem, and was it not Duke Johnson, but the other one?
The other Johnson went to Jacksonville.
Yeah, Johnson. Yeah, and then you had Felton. That backfield was nice.
Yeah,
that was a strong backfield. We had three strong runners, and we had a all-purpose back in Felton. This backfield is not strong. It is not.
Yeah, we had but for the tight ends. We had 2 of the best tight ends in the game last year.
Oh yeah, we had two stretch tight ends. We only got one.
Remember Bryant?
Bryant was one of the top tight ends coming out the draft. So I don't know what he's doing this year, but yeah. So the tight ends we got now that go along with Njoku, they're more blocking tight ends. They don't stretch.
For sure.
So it's this offense that's got to be revamped, And why would you bring Kirk Cousins in? You don't have decent receivers, and you don't have a decent tackles. What's he gonna do? He's not gonna do anything.
You heard I said if you're gonna bring him in, I guess you bring him in for competition, but he's not gonna start. All right, you just bring him in to compete with whoever here. That's it.
I think Flacco showed that if you can protect your quarterback. Well, now no Amari Cooper's gone, but you can protect the quarterback. Your offense will be efficient enough that you can do something. But in the NFL's rules are built so that the quarterbacks, they can throw the ball around the field all day if you got somebody who can throw the rock and got somebody who can catch it. The Browns' problem with this year was that you had guys who could throw the rock, but nobody was catching it. Then when you catch it, you got holding. Then you got another penalty. And Miles, it just behooves me how you're going to be this prolific Hall of Fame and you just keep jumping off, messing up your team. You know, so what kind of leadership is that? Miles got to tighten that up.
All right, this is what we're going to do. We'll trade Myles Garrett for Lamar Jackson.
Lamar ain't going to get no protection, so it ain't going to help.
Yeah, I'm just being funny.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we heard this. Oh, get rid of Deshaun and everything. No, the problem is bigger than Deshaun, and next year the problem is going to be bigger than Deshaun too. If you don't get 2 tackles,
the problem is you paying Deshaun too much money, so you can't grab anything off free agency. So
you need to develop. But we gave away our coach that develops linemen.
We did to Tennessee. But what I'm saying is, just think about it. The money that we spending on Deshaun is taking away what we could be spending on these free agents. We can't get any free agents because of that.
As we said before, looking at that situation, he was only supposed to miss 4 games. He was never supposed to miss 12.
I mean, we understand that, but
so he missed the money. If you paid him to come in here and miss 4 games, and that wasn't going to miss a beat, he ended up missing 12, and then he got injured. That messed the whole thing up. They put a whole wrench in the game, and now.
But let's be realistic, though.
It's a mess. So
let's be realistic. You got Stefanski, supposed to be this coach, a 2-time coach of the year. It's a fraud. It's a fluke. It's not real.
Of course, it's a fraud. Everybody in the NFL knows it's a fraud. They gave it to him, and he didn't deserve it. And
DeMeco Ryans deserved it.
Yeah.
Only reason they give it to Stefanski, we already know. The main reason why they give it to him because his assistant coaches were able to overcome the certain situations. That's exactly what it was.
That's exactly what it was.
And then he fired them.
I doubt he fired them for some reason.
He fired them.
Darn analytics people, analytics people fired the coaches.
They brought that Stefanski's a good coach thing. They brought into that.
Into that.
Yeah. They ate that soup.
Or either they tried to sell us that, and maybe it was because they saved money.
But come on, man. We know that Stefanski ain't this genius. He's not the coach of the year for real. Come on.
Well, if I'm analytics and I'm looking at this, I'm probably saying, you know what? We get rid of these coaches and pay less. We can get some other coaches in here and get more players. And they found out, no, you can't skimp on your coaches. And then, but the biggest, they gave away all the coaches and kept the line coach. Really, we were like, okay, why'd you get rid of all your coaches and your coach of the year? Why you getting rid of coaches if you're coach of the year? They help you be coach of the year. And then we found out, we said, well, at least we still got Callahan. And then next thing you know, Callahan's going, well, why would you give up Callahan? And you know he built your line. And so the moves were stupid and made no sense.
It did.
And you still got the same regime that made these stupid moves that make no sense. So let's take this scenario. You got a doctor that made you sick, and you still going back to him?
Well,
don't you need a new doctor?
We know what the problem is. It's always up top. The problem is always up top. So you got to get rid of the people that don't know how to win. Like we said, if you want to be a millionaire, you got to hang around millionaires. You want to be a billionaire, you got to be around billionaires. If you want to go be the best basketball player, you need to go hang around somebody that know how to play basketball inside out, that know the game. You can't go to a football player to play basketball. You can't go to a baseball player to play basketball. It's the same thing with anything else, man. You got to hire these people that know. I think Magic Johnson said he went home and fired all his team and got him a new team that knew how to make money and all that kind of stuff. I don't know if you heard that story. And they said somebody gave him some advice. They said you need to hire people that know exactly what you need them to do. And he said he came home and fired his old team and brought in new people that knew what they were doing.
Well, the old adage that Belichick said is, do your damn job. Everybody just do their job.
If they know how to do it. You got to get people that know how to do their job.
Right. That's right. You got to get people who know how to do their job. You know, if people know how to do their job and not, they've been doing their job. If they didn't do their job where they were at the level that you're looking for, then they didn't do their job. So you go out and this is what the Browns, we've seen over and over and over again. The Browns go out here and get guys that never did their job and they want to see, oh, well, we're going to give you a chance to do your job now. No, this ain't the place to learn how to do your job. No. Do your job and come here and take this to the next level. And that's what the Brown fans are tired of now. And as you said, you warned me saying that Stefanski's not going to be there when they build this dome. And more than likely he's not, because now the media is starting to really talk about who the problem is in the Browns, and they're going after Stefanski.
Oh, yeah. So, I've been saying this for years. And I brought, as soon as they said they was putting that dome up, I already know he's gone. Because you got to have a winner here. You can't have a loser with a dome here. This don't match. It don't mix right. But anyway, we got about 2 or 3 minutes. Real quick. I know you don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. But what's your prediction for this Sunday's game?
See, Miami.
I see A-Chain running up and down.
10 points, Miami by 10.
A-Chain, 2 touchdowns. Tyreek maybe a touchdown. So yeah, I see him winning by at least 17, about 13 points.
Ooh.
I see Miami winning by 13 points, man.
I mean, I see A-Chain at least getting 100 yards, but I don't see him doing like he did last week, almost 200.
I ain't say he was doing. I say he's getting 2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
I don't know how many yards he's gonna get, but he's definitely a force. But
anyway,
shoot,
he gave Brown a nice piece of change on the yardage.
Yeah, I got Miami winning by 13.
13. Okay, I'm gonna give him 10. 10 people.
All right, we'll see next week, man. But before we leave, we want to tell everybody here, and here. Happy holidays. Enjoy your family, your friends, and everybody through your struggles. Thank God. Thank your friends. Thank your family. Thank everybody who helped you, like I said, through your struggles. And, God has done so many things for us, man. He done blessed us to wake up. He done give us our eyes, our ears, our feet to run with. It's just the little small things that we overlook. And then we cry about other things in life that other people don't even have. And just be grateful for what you have and just be grateful for it.
For sure. I worked in Cleveland Clinic during COVID, and I saw people with no limbs and people bad shape. I had to go to morgue. So, if you're upright, walking, breathing, and you got your health that you can do enough and go to work and enjoy some of the things you enjoy, you good, because you can't put a price on your health.
No.
And just think about, even you don't get that gift you wanted, or you didn't get to spend the time with somebody or whatever, the little minor stuff. There's some heavier things going on, so
it's definitely.
Look at the good things you got in your life. I ain't trying to say you're blessed. Look at the good things you got. Be appreciative and enjoy the moments, and enjoy those quiet moments, and enjoy being able to do things when you probably could be in a position that, as we came out of this COVID, a lot of people still trying to recover, and we lost from COVID, still dying from COVID. And you got a lot to be thankful for.
Oh yeah, be thankful for them lights, man. Them lights you got on, the heat that's in your house right now, because you got people And we seen it this weekend. We got families that were just happy to have toys for their kids. Like they
Oh
was
yeah. We had Pam. They were just shaking our hands, thanking us because, and we looking at fathers in their eyes, like, hey, I'm there, but I can't provide for my family. So I got to give those fathers that credit, because a lot of them, they could have just bailed out like a lot of men do, but
yeah,
instead he's working it out with his family, and he's there with his kids. We got guys in there pushing baby carriages, and they could have easily left the scene, but they fought it. And even though it didn't look too great, probably in the eyes of their sons, or if they're little, it don't really matter. But we saw little kids clinging to their dads. They don't know the situation they're in, but we're gonna give props to the dads for sticking it out. Props to the moms for sticking it out with their husbands or their men, and keep the family together, because that's the hardest part to do.
yeah.
Keep the family together during tough times.
And some just, house might have caught on fire, apartment, and they didn't have the right, insurances, and they don't have nowhere to go. So
Payoffs, whatever,
yeah,
yeah.
we
Nobody,
just gotta be grateful and thankful for the things
right.
that we got, man. It's big or
Got a roof
small.
over your head, you got a check coming in, or you got your businesses running well and creating more and more business. Those are things that sometimes you forget. You got a car that's running well, you got heat that's going, and like I say, you got your health, your children are healthy, you got food to eat. Hey, ain't
Yeah.
nothing to complain about.
But anyway, we would like to say happy holidays to your family. Happy holidays to your family as well. And we would love to, to bring in a new year on a positive note, on a great note. We're gonna accomplish our goals. We're gonna do what we need to do. We need to work together as a team. We need to support each other as a city, as a state, as a region. We have to support each other, because if we don't support each other, you always gonna have the people that leave and go to LA, the people that leave to go to New York, the people that leave to go to Atlanta. You're always gonna have that same thing. They're gonna leave and they ain't gonna come back. When they come back, they're gonna come back and get your money. Right? Right?
And you get your name, get your money. Your name is, we from there, but you don't do nothing here for Cleveland.
They gonna come back and get your money.
From Cleveland, Northeast, and Austin, Ohio, but you don't do nothing for Cleveland or Northeast Ohio. Maybe
Right.
a few of them, as we're talking about, a few of them, but a lot of people are mad, and we ain't seen them do nothing.
Like I said,
Nothing.
they gonna come back and get your money. They gonna do that comedy show. They gonna sing. They gonna show that movie. They ain't give you no gross sales or nothing. They ain't giving back to the city or nothing. But that's a different degree. But what I'm saying is support, support, support. Purity. None of that, evil stuff. Just straight purity, man. Sit down, talk about it. Let's put some stuff together. We got beautiful minds. We got podcasts. We got movies. We got comedy shows. It's enough here in the state alone, in this city alone, in this county, this section alone, right? This region where we all can actually do something. You know what I'm saying? Sit down, put it on paper. If you scared, write it down, put it on paper, and just agree to it. You ain't got to be confined to nothing. Just sit down and talk about it. Express your feelings. Be a man, be a woman, be transparent. Tell somebody how you really feel. Because that's the problem with a lot of us. We hold everything in. We hold a lot in. Just talk about it. If you got a problem with somebody, call them up. Tell them what's going on. If you need to talk to them, talk to them. At the end of the day, it's about making things right and moving on with life. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's all about, man. Just being positive, making things happen. We want to see the art happen, whether it's music, like we said, whether it's entertainment, whether it's whatever you want to do. Make it happen. Trust me. I know it can happen. Think big. Don't never be scared to think big. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people might say you out your mind. Nah, man. You just they small behind it. You just get your imagination is bigger than theirs. So just think about the plan. You might not get there in a year, but that plan might happen in 2 years because it's so big. It needs time to grow.
Good stuff. Good stuff. It's real, yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
so we about to get out of here. Anything else you need to say, Bruce?
Just put those positive vibrations out there and speak into existence what you want. Focus on what you want. Don't focus on what you don't want. Focus on what you want.
Yep.
And go for it. Stay in action. Get into action. Start doing the things you need to do. And we can do things together. 5 fingers together, making that fist. And you can separate.
Yep. And one last thing for real before we leave. Go get your Uncle Freddie's Neighborhood book. It's a children's book. One of the best books out right now, for real. And it's talking about neighborhood superhero counselor helping 6 children navigate through everyday struggles and mental health issues. It's the Uncle Freddie book. If you want to buy a copy, you can go to tegmedia.org. That's tegmedia.org. Go ahead and get a copy for your children. It's a nice Christmas present, a New Year's present, start the New Year's off, birthday present, or just something new for the kids, man. Trust me.
Good positive book. Teaching your kids not to give up. Teaching your kids on how to treat people. And teaching you how to treat people. And we got different storylines there that are all positive and high vibrations.
Look at that. Look at the illustrations, man. Good illustrations for real for a children's book of this caliber. And we can show you a little bit more, but the illustrations are good, man. Trust me. You spend hard time, work, getting this completed.
Multicultural.
Yeah. Check out this book, man. Definitely. Like I said, if you got kids, check it out, man. Look at that, man. Look at the artwork, man. And great words of encouragement as well, written by me, myself, and Bruce Ballard. And then D-Hawk, his character, inspirational. We came up with the concept, or he came up with the concepts, and we agreed. But yeah, just check it out, man. Like I said, it's a great book. Mental health. A great read to your kids, man. Uncle Freddie's Neighborhood. Check it out.
Yeah, social emotional story dealing with mental health and self-esteem and goal setting and bullying and visualizing one of the stories. But hey, get it, read it to your children. Good poems.
James Dover, that's right. tegmedia.org. It's right on your screen on those who are streaming it on YouTube, and you can see it on the actual other Facebook page. But yeah, TEG media.org. That's TEG tag media.org to get that Uncle Freddie's Neighborhood book, man. But like I said, we'll see y'all next Monday. Enjoy your holiday. And let's make things happen for 2025, because we did it in 24. We had a big year in 24. And we're going to go from there. Rock and Roll Hall of Fame was one of the biggest things that we did. But we're going to work on more bigger stuff for 25. We out of here. All right, y'all.
All right. Peace.
All right, y'all. Peace, love, and prosperity.
Prosperity.